Cloud Manager makes data replication between ONTAP systems simple. The most important part is ensuring connectivity between the systems before you replicate data. This video covers volume replication. SVM replication is supported and documented using the ONTAP CLI. Let's start with a basic configuration in which two systems are in the same subnet. You simply need to ensure that the security groups include inbound and outbound rules for ICMP and TCP ports 11,104 and 11,105. If the systems are in different subnets, then you need to ensure that routing is available between those subnets. When replicating data between different networks, you must have a connection between those networks. In this example, a VPN connection connects an AWS VPC to a corporate network. You would need a similar connection when replicating data between clouds. Two important notes before we move on. First, ONTAP clusters must have a SnapMirror license installed, whereas Cloud Volumes ONTAP systems do not. And you don't need to set up cluster and SVM peering between ONTAP systems. Cloud Manager does that for you. Let's set up replication from an on-prem ONTAP cluster to Cloud Volumes ONTAP for disaster recovery. Just drag the source and drop it on the destination. The flow is the same whether you choose an AWS or Azure system. The first thing that we see are the logical interfaces for the ONTAP cluster. You should select each interface to ensure connectivity among all intercluster lifts. Now select the volume that you want to replicate. If you have many volumes, use the search to quickly find it. These defaults are exactly what I need. Standard disks with data tiering to blob storage to reduce storage costs. When you enable data tiering on a destination volume, most of the data resides on the low-cost object store, while metadata resides in the performance tier. You can choose a specific aggregate for the destination volume, but I'm fine with Cloud Manager selecting the best option for me. This is an important step. You should limit the transfer rate because an unlimited rate might impact the performance of other applications on the destination system. This is a disaster recovery only system, so I'm going to choose unlimited. And now choose a replication policy. I'm going to choose the mirror policy since I'm setting up disaster recovery. Another option is the mirror and backup policy, which mirrors the latest active file system for disaster recovery and backs up daily and weekly snapshot copies all in the same volume. Combining disaster recovery and backups can reduce the amount of secondary storage, limit the number of baseline transfers, and decrease network traffic. You can select a one-time copy or choose a recurring schedule. I'm going to select every 8 hours. Now just review the details, confirm that Cloud Manager will allocate resources for you, and click Go. The replication relationship should be set up in about a minute, but data transfer can take longer depending on the size of the data. You can track the progress from the timeline and the replication status page. If you experience issues with an on-prem ONTAP cluster, review cluster peering requirements in the Cluster and SVM Peering Express Guide. Just go to docs.netapp.com and click the link for ONTAP documentation.